Hey everyone, give me just a few seconds here to get everything squared away and get started. All right. Hey, so Donald from POD Nation and Merch Science here. A few weeks ago, I teased a little story about how I maxed out my merch uploads. I did 400 uploads with only about 10 to 15 minutes butt in seat. And if you've spent any time on merch, you know that's damn near impossible unless you're using virtual assistants or VAs to do that work. So a few weeks ago, I met a guy named Curtis Blackmore, and he's actually a member of POD Nation. And anyway, he's been kicking merch ass with some new developments. So I'm going to jump on into it and show you how you can not only knock out those merch uploads, but also cross-post your merch designs to other platforms with just a few clicks. So let's take a look. Uh, by the way, I'll answer comments after the video. I'm not really going to be paying attention to the comments while I'm presenting because there's just going to be too much going on here. But yeah, so don't get your feelings hurt if I don't respond immediately. But I promise, as best I can, I will answer after everything is presented here. So let me just bring this into the frame so you can see it. And this is how the magic happens. So it's a little piece of software called Merch Titans Automation. I'm not going to go into granular detail on this software. Curtis actually does a pretty awesome job of explaining how everything works with tutorials on his website. So I'll drop a link in the chat for you to go ahead and take a look at those tutorials and follow along. You can actually sign up for an account just to look at the tutorials without even paying for anything. So let me just type this up real quick. Yeah. So yeah, obviously, full disclosure, this is a paid software, um, but it does have a 30-day free trial, so you can just try it out. If it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work, no problem. So let me, oops, okay, and let me bring this over into the frame so you can see. All right, so as you can see, plenty of tutorials on how to customize the software and how to leverage it to rock out on merch and other platforms. So I'm not going to get into all that. I'm just going to give you a really short demo to show you how powerful the software is. But you can see every platform available here. There are step-by-step tutorials on how to do everything there. Um, so yeah, let's give me just a second here one more time. Bring this back into the frame. So lots of platforms to choose from. Uh, So for the purposes of this demo, I'm just going to show you Merch, Redbubble, and Teespring. But after you have your initial settings in place, you can easily launch all the platforms and just let everything run. Uh, I have not had, I've run all of them at the same time. I've not had any issues, and my laptop is probably about 5 years old. It's a gaming laptop, so it's probably by today's standards low to mid grade, but it runs everything just fine. So all you need to start are your images and a spreadsheet with your data. Now for this demo, I'm obviously not going to sit here and run a crap load of designs, or we would be sitting here checking back on the software every 5 or 10 minutes for a while. I'm just going to run a handful of designs, show you how to get started. If you were doing this in real life, you'd want about 50 designs ready so you can upload to your 7 Merch US items as well as your 1 Merch Germany item. Pro tip, why am I not mentioning your Merch UK? Well, I stopped uploading Merch UK because the copycat detection is super aggressive. I've gotten rejections on uploading scaled copies of my own designs, so I gave up Merch UK altogether. I mean, I did a couple of birthday designs, so I went through all the different years of birthdays, and every single one of them got rejected. I did 3 passes of that before I went back to check my email, and oh, guess what? You just got a crap load of rejections. So, no more Merch UK for me. At least not for the scale designs. I'll still use Merch UK for those one-offs, but you'll have to decide for yourself if it's worth the risk to do those scale designs. So this process super simple. You just make a spreadsheet, and I already have a spreadsheet prepared here. I'm going to bring into the frame. Whoa. Lost control of it there. So yeah, I've got my spreadsheet with all my design files there and file paths details. I'm using the same brand, title, all that you can see is the same for every shirt. So this also works really well if you're doing scale designs, like for example, different ages or different careers or whatever. because you can just use formulas to bring different variables in if you're any good at Excel. And I think Curtis is going to have, if he doesn't already have them up, he's going to have some little tutorials on how to leverage formulas in Excel. So anyway, I've already got my spreadsheet ready. This, if you have 50 completely different designs that have nothing to do with each other and have nothing in common, probably not going to be the greatest choice for you. But if you have 50 very similar designs in the same niche, similar niche, or scale designs, should be fine. So yeah, tier 10 or tier 100, where you are really kind of tightened up on your slots there, and you're kind of trying to grab all over the place to get those sales. This is probably not going to work out for you. But if you're tier 1000 plus, it's going to really help you get exposure in those targeted niches. That's going to help you get tiered up even faster, which is going to give you even more slots, which is going to give you even more exposure in a niche. So this is really great if you're hitting certain niches really hard and heavy. Or again, for those scale designs where you have one design with multiple different careers or occupations or interests or hobbies or whatever. So anyway, here we go. We got our spreadsheet here. Let's go ahead and upload that. So I'm going to pull this out of the frame. And here you can see choose your XLS file. Again, Curtis has detailed explanations on how to set that Excel file up. Even if you're a brand new person to Excel, should be no problem. Even if you don't have Excel, there are free options like OpenOffice, which I believe support XLSX. I'm not sure, but I think they do. So anyway, let's go ahead and choose that. And so I've got this, you see I've been playing around with some birthday listings here, but I've got this July 4th listing. Go ahead and load that up. And I've already got my settings in place for these three platforms. It does, just fair warning, it does take not quite a bit, but it takes a pretty decent amount to get your settings right on each platform. But once you have your settings the way that you want them, you can actually save them to a settings file. And so, for example, I have, I'm going to just show you load save settings. I've got, choose the settings file. I've got a setting for dark t-shirts and light t-shirts. And so I'm just going to pick my dark t-shirts here, load settings. But that's got all the different platform settings in there ready to go. So you're going to do that one time and then you're done. You're not going to have to mess around a lot with that each time. So give me just a second here. We've got our platforms ready and we've got our Excel file loaded. We've got our settings loaded. We have checked to agree to assume all responsibility risks, blah, blah, blah. And next step, simple enough, you click start. It's going to ask you for your key here. Okay. And it's going to pop up your different Chromium windows with each platform. So this is happening off screen right now. I'm not going to show you because I'm going to have to log in with my own credentials in each platform. It brings up a login screen, which is great because that means that your login credentials are not actually saved by the app. So if you will bear with me, let's go with red. I apologize. This, because there's so much going on right now, this is not really great for a live demo because now you're just staring at my Merch Titans automation thing here, but give me just, I actually am doing things on the other screen here. I'm logging into Redbubble. I guess I could just bring this over because it's going to mask my password anyway. Maybe not because I don't care. I don't care if you have my personal email. That's not really, because I've got two-factor authentication on pretty much everything. And just in case the two-factor, yeah, just pull it off. I think you can respect that. So let's go ahead and log in. And of course you have the CAPTCHA, which is super annoying because you're like, do I click on this one or do I not click on it? I mean, this is crazy. So I'm gonna just drag this over here, right? This is the big joke with CAPTCHA, right? Because these are traffic lights, but do I pick that one or do I not? Let's see. Okay, motorcycles. You know I got all the motorcycles. Fire hydrants. Do I pick these bottom ones or not? Apologies. This is just a weakness of CAPTCHA here. I mean, that looks like I got all the traffic lights. Really, guys, CAPTCHA sucks. I mean, you know by now that, see, this is sneaky. You can't even see the traffic lights back here. Do I pick this one or not? Guys, I'm so sorry. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Now it's just like a comedy, right? So, like, is that a bus? I would say it is. Are these buses? I'm going to say no because those are vans. Finally, it believes that I'm a human. Let me drag this off the screen. Sorry, guys and girls. Okay, so let me just show you. Right now what's happening is this is all merch Titans automation. I'm not touching anything over here. You can see that it's adding a new design. I'll just let that run for just a second. And you can see in the background it's picking colors. It is just it's kind of generating everything there. So Redbubble's running. Normally this would be faster, right? Because you are just going to log in real quick. Let me log into my merch account. Merch fortunately does not have CAPTCHA, but I do have two-factor authentication on merch. So let me pull that up. I really didn't think this was going to take that long to demo. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so my merch two-factor is plugged in. And we've also got Teespring. So let me just show you on the merch side that it is uploading. I'll just give it a few seconds before we go over to Teespring. And you can see it's just picking everything there that I want. Also down here, it's got pop sockets. What's really cool about this also, if I did hoodies, it will resize for those hoodies. I don't think that it resizes yet for the pop sockets, but that's a fairly new addition. Pop sockets actually just got added to the multi-product uploader. So it's available. There's a setting for that in MTA, but I've not played around with it yet. I don't know how well it works, but I do know that the hoodies auto resize. So I'm imagining if the pop sockets don't auto resize and have some kind of background addition already set up, I'm sure Curtis is going to add that in. And so then we've got Teespring. So again, apologize for the delay. Apologize. And thank you so much for sticking with me while I stumble and fumble through. Look, it's working in the background there to just add more stuff, right? So that's awesome. And again, this is all working in the background. I'm not doing anything on those Chromium tabs. It's just going to continue to run and continue to upload, and I can just do whatever I want while it's doing that. So let me just log into Teespring. And Teespring also has two-factor authentication, which I always, if there's an option for two-factor, I'm always using two-factor. Okay. And Teespring is going. And I'll pull Teespring into the frame here. And so you can see Teespring's doing its thing there. And Teespring's just going to work, doing its own thing, and I can have other windows open. Let's say I want to do some Adobe Illustrator stuff. It's just going to work in the background. It's going to do whatever it needs to do there. You can see it's picking colors in the background, and this is my active window. I don't have to do anything. It's just running in the background, which is excellent. You can work on your next set of designs or check your email or whatever you need to do, and MTA is just going to do something in the background. So that's really all there is to it. If you need some help getting those design slots filled, go check out Merch Titans right now. Curtis, like I said earlier, does offer a 30-day free trial. So if you give it a shot, and if it doesn't work out for you, I just want to make sure my merch window doesn't pop up here and show all my super secret stuff. Uh, so he offers a free trial. If it doesn't work out for you, you're not going to lose anything. You just say, hey, you know what? Didn't work out for me. Cancel. Done. You're not going to lose anything. If you're still using a VA to fill those upload slots, or if you're spending hours and hours a day uploading, you're going to save yourself a shitload of time and money. And if you're not filling your upload slots every day, you're just throwing money down the toilet every single day, right? So go check it out. Download the software, give it a shot. Let me know what you think in the comments, which I think they're that way. This is Facebook, right? Yep. So I might cross post this to YouTube. It's still going to be that way. Let me know what you think in the comments. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. While I'm telling you about the awesome merch software, might as well do some self promo, right? So the designs you see in the demo, which this isn't really the best one, but the designs that you saw now and earlier in the demo are part of the Merch Science July 4th design set. So let me just pull up a link to that real quick and drop it into the comments. I think I'm actually just going to drop the link to the main Merch Science store. There's also like a fantastical unicorn design if you're not so much into July 4th, or if you're looking at this post live like way later. So there's that. You can get the design pack for 50% off right now using discount code PODNation, all one word, PODNATION. And you can also get that same discount on the unicorn design. So check it out, see what you think. That's it. Let me know what you think about Merch Titans Automation, the July 4th pack, the unicorn pack, or whatever. Just in general, is this helpful? Is it not helpful? What kind of things are you needing to make your business, your merch business, work much better? So yeah, that's it. Let me know what's on your mind. And we will talk soon. And if there are any questions, uh, shoot them down here, and I'll go ahead and answer those as best I can. Thanks, guys. Talk soon.